Now, I know what you're probably thinking. No, don't cover the bricks, no. Promise it will look good in the end. Um, at the moment, it's just very traditional, very typical 1980s brick fireplace. I'm just sort of bringing it out of that era, and like I said, it's quite a heavy element in the living space. Later, I will give you a broader look at the room. I'm 99.9% confident that it's going to look good. So stick with me. I'm sure there's people out there that are probably thinking terrible, absolutely terrible, but if it was a fireplace from the 1800s with marble and tile and a beautiful mantle, I'd be less inclined to touch it, but this is a little less significant as an architectural design in the space. So let's keep going with it. I might just do the header course over the arch and maybe that header running across here and on the other side, and then stand back and take a look. I'll just twist this over. There we go. Now just by touching that wall through there, you can see that it's starting to just blend into the side walls, whilst I still have the pattern of brickwork coming through, which gives you a bit of texture. So I'm pretty happy with that. I know on film right now you probably can't see the brick pattern coming through very strong, but you will still see a nice texture underneath the paint coming through. So I'll keep going. All right, the fireplace now has a monobrow. Yeah, it's starting to disappear, the brickwork, and I'm happy with that. I might just do this top section through here, and then clean up the bottom area here, and then give it a quick coat as well. There's a fair bit of mortar missing from that little section there, so I might just give it a little patch up with a little bit of cement, sand cement, and then finish that off on that side there. Now, if there were some old Italians here right now, I'd be getting yelled at right now for doing this, but there isn't, so I'm going to keep going. All right, that's the top section. Now already you can see that this whole space has just lightened and lifted the heaviness is starting to disappear and it's becoming less prominent in the space, but it's still a nice feature. And I am keeping the mantle. There's bits and bobs all over it at the moment, so when it comes to decorating, I guess we'll come up with something nice on top of that, maybe some picture frames or something like that. Might just let this go for now until I get the brush at the bottom, and then I'll hit it with some paint and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so just giving that a good scrub, bit of a brush, got rid of most loose material. So I'm going to keep going with this first coat and just see what that looks like. Now, even if the salt does come back up through the brickwork, it's not going to stand out as much when it's painted this light colour. So it will probably be a lot easier to patch any repair work that you have to do in the future, rather than trying to repaint the effect of brickwork. Okay, all right, looks like we're about 3/4 of the way through, and I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out. If you look up the top, paint's starting to dry, so you're starting to see the brickwork pattern come through, which looks good. I'll just finish off the other side and then we'll have a look at that. Okay, how does that look? I think that's changing the whole look and feel of this place altogether. that little ash collection door as well. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I might just zoom out now and just take a pan of the room. Just mind the dining table I'm using as an office next to the fireplace, but overall, let's have a look. Okay, and now you can see it's still a feature, but it's just blending into the space a lot more, and the heaviness has been taken off that end of the room. It actually looks a lot better, especially with the flute coming down. So I'm pretty happy with that. Mind the mess in the house. I've just got a few things lying around everywhere, but I'm happy that that first coat has gone on. Yeah, that's been weighing on my mind since I moved in. And now there's less blending of the floor going up into that fireplace. It just sort of is starting to recede back into the room a lot better. I hate the fridge next to it. I don't know where I'm going to put the fridge, but I've got some ideas, but without rearranging the whole house and pipe work and things like that, at the moment it's going to sit there, and I'll come up with an idea on that.